Ancient nautical blueprints. Did Vikings design special ships to survive Kraken attacks? What if the Kraken wasn't just a myth? What if Vikings actually built ships to survive encounters with colossal cephalopods? Deep beneath the North Atlantic, Norse shipwrecks reveal reinforced keels, flexible hull planking, and damage patterns that defy storms. Legends call these monsters myths. But the engineering evidence tells a far more terrifying story. Tonight, we uncover a maritime arms race that history tried to dismiss. For centuries, sailors feared a massive tentacled monster lurking beneath the waves, the Kraken. Norse sagas describe ships being dragged down, sailors disappearing, and tentacles wrapping around masts. Historians dismissed these tales as folklore, exaggerated stories to explain shipwrecks. But what if the sagas were based on real encounters? Modern deep-sea exploration allows us to test this ancient hypothesis by looking at the ships themselves. Recent scans of Viking shipwrecks off Greenland and Norway reveal unusual trauma. Bent and crushed timber consistent with enormous pressure, splayed planking that shows extreme lateral stress, reinforced keels that absorb vertical forces. These aren't ordinary storm or wave damages. Structural analysis suggests ships were engineered to withstand vertical suction, the kind generated by a giant creature wrapping its tentacles around the hull. The Vikings were master shipbuilders. Some key adaptations may have been designed specifically for deep-sea predators. Flexible hull planking allowed the ship to twist under pressure without breaking. Reinforced keels, extra structural support along the spine to resist crushing forces. Curved ribs and bracing to distribute extreme loads evenly. These features go beyond storm survival. They indicate deliberate defensive design. The Vikings may have known, through stories, sightings, or lost encounters, that certain waters were dangerous. Their ships weren't just vessels, they were weapons against the unknown. Icelandic sagas mention ships being pulled down, men taken by sea monsters, and desperate battles with tentacled predators. Archaeologists compared saga accounts with timber trauma. Locations match areas where shipwrecks show reinforced structures. Damage patterns correspond to forces generated by tentacle grips and suction. Stories of ships twisting in the grip of monsters align with hull flexibility seen in recovered wrecks. It's almost as if the sagas were warning manuals for shipbuilders. The more we study Viking naval design, the clearer it becomes. They may have been engaged in a desperate maritime arms race against a predator hidden in the deep sea. Standard merchant vessels would have been vulnerable to suction and crushing forces. The specialized ships survived, allowing explorers to travel farther into dangerous waters. Every plank, every rib, every keel may have been a response to a predator humanity could barely imagine. It's engineering born from myth, or perhaps reality. What we once dismissed as folklore now has physical evidence behind it. Reinforced keels and flexible hulls show adaptation beyond normal seafaring needs. The Viking imagination may have recorded real encounters. Legends of the Kraken could be based on living memory of colossal cephalopods interacting with humans. Science, archaeology, and storytelling converge to suggest the Kraken might not be entirely imaginary. The next time you read of Vikings battling giant sea monsters, remember, their ships may have been prepared for real predators, engineered for survival against forces that modern science is only beginning to consider. Ancient nautical blueprints weren't just clever design. They may have been humanity's first defense against the abyss. The Kraken may still be out there, but thanks to Viking ingenuity, their ships survived, long enough to record the legend. And now, centuries later, those blueprints are finally telling the truth. Please like and subscribe. Follow for more.